Today, we live in a time of threats like few others in recent memory. During anxious times, it can be tempting to follow the siren call of the angriest voices. We must resist that temptation.
Republican leadership gave South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley the green light for her post-Obama speech this week, likely knowing full well it would drop like a bomb in the laps of those who have already split this party over various issues. Either they were seeking to indicate a direction change for the GOP, or they were purposely desiring the public war that has been reignited for the soul of Republicans everywhere. Let's welcome back a gentleman who, like yours truly, loves a good fight, never shies from the controversial while doling out a little common sense. What a shock. Political commentator, syndicated radio talker, and founder of EpicTimes.com, Jerry Doyle. Mr. Doyle, a pleasure to see you again, my friend, so let's get to work on this one. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
A fracture within the GOP, rubbing salt in the Republican wounds, disastrously divisive rhetoric. Jerry, let's be honest here. Maybe it's time for a little divisive rhetoric here in the GOP. Maybe it's time to open up some wounds here and at least start healing them and putting this party together. What do you think?
I love chaos. I love it. I think it's healthy. I feel sad for the Democrats because everybody's marching in lockstep towards, Hillary utopia after Bernie Sanders wins a couple of primaries or a caucus or two. But for the Republicans, I think for any party, it's healthy that when you challenge the status quo, when you challenge the establishment's got it exactly the way they want it. It works for them. It doesn't work for us. And it's time somebody throws a flash grenade into it and shakes things up.
But isn't it fair to say that that's exactly what is needed, though, Jerry? I think that this is what a lot of people are missing here. Here's the point, though. Is it a good idea to do it now when you're running right up to Iowa and you have a presidential election cycle going? Some would say, well, let's wait until the presidential cycle is over. No, look what's going on and look what will happen tonight on stage with the Republican debate. You've got people angry at each other. You've got to fix this sooner or later. Let's give Nikki Haley a little chops here instead of, like some people, asking for her to be deported, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a nice comment by Ann Coulter, right? Talk about throwing a flash grenade of insanity into the room. Look, when I saw Nikki Haley as the choice, to me, it just said stunt casting. The Republicans, if they really cared about women, would have given them committee chairmanships a long time ago or chairmanships of subcommittees. But this is like, hey, look at us. We're not white, right, and uptight. Here's a woman. Here's a minority. Here's a Native American. And guess what? She's a governor. And guess what? She's going to be from the state where they're going to be having the 6th GOP debate on Thursday night. To me, it was all stunt casting. And she has a thankless job. I mean, you look at the State of the Union address, it's like Tiger draining a birdie on the 18th to win the Masters at Augusta.
True.
And then they go into the cabin and they give the green jacket. Kind of a letdown. All the action's out on the 18th green. All the action was the State of the Union address. So by any imagination, she had a thankless job in what she was doing and giving the rebuttal to the State of the Union address. I also didn't buy that she said she wrote the speech herself. I don't buy that. That to me smacked of Mitch McConnell, that smacked of Paul Ryan, that smacked of establishment, and that smacked at a smackdown of Donald Trump.
Now, she may have written it, but you and I both know that when the RNC, the Republicans all got a hold of this, the big guys saw this. They said, okay, out, in, let's go. Yeah, we know the truth. All right, now you mentioned... Go ahead.
Warner Brothers gave me a contract one time, Ed, and I said, really? This is the contract? And they go, well, that's the same one we gave to Zach Galifianakis. And I go, is that the same one he signed? You may have given it to him, but I'm not. I know he didn't sign that one, and I'm not signing this one either. So like you say, she may have written it, but then there were the red line edits and the margin notes in that she was told to deliver on behalf of the establishment that doesn't like somebody coming in and shaking things up.
90 seconds. Let's talk about casting. Badge Dale is an actor in the new film 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, that opens up this weekend. He says that this movie told a good story, but it stayed away from politicizing the event. Here's what he said.
Everyone wants to make these talking points. It's not our movie. It's not our thing. Our job is to take politics out of it. I'm going to go back to what Tyrone Wood's mother said. She said that the word Benghazi has been corrupted by other people who are using it for their own selfish means.
About a minute to go here. You can't unpoliticize this movie. And not only that, Jerry, but as the Washington Post said, Hollywood is finally acknowledging conservative audiences, and this is a serious film.
It is a serious film, and it's a serious matter. 4 Americans are dead. We need to know why, and we need to do what we have to do to make sure that that doesn't happen again, or at least minimize the chances that it does. I think it's going to have some impact, but I don't think it's going to get people to switch camps. The real impact on Benghazi is going to be FBI Director James Comey. If he decides to squash this, to protect Hillary and to protect the establishment, not good for him, not good for us. If he decides to go forward with this, that's not going to be good for Hillary. Might benefit Bernie Sanders to a certain degree, but then you've also got Joe Biden that might be standing in the wings waiting to come to the rescue of the Democrat Party if she starts to crater.
I want to remind everybody here that Jerry Doyle is going to join us weekly here on the Hardline because we need some common sense in America, damn it, and we're just the guys to do it. We're just the guys to do it. We'll lose our SAG card because of it, but that doesn't make a difference. We don't care. The Epic Truth, by the way, is available at a single click. Just go to epictimes.com. Site's been redone. It's brilliant. It's got a lot there. Jerry, it's a pleasure, my friend. Be well. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Mine too.
All right.
Yes, sir.
He is either the biggest nightmare in Republican history or the dream come true to hammer out the Democrats. We'll start right there in the political animal when we continue next on the Hardline.